Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In my last video, I talked about stop buying luxury handbags because we may facing recession. However, in today's video, I want to make the case of buying a Chanel bags as sensible investment. So I hope you enjoy today's content, and without further ado, let me go ahead and get started. We are experiencing an uncertain economic climate right now with the rising living costs, inflation, and now the talk of recession. All the while, household debt continues to climb and wages remain stagnant. Some say cash is king, others say cash can lose its value with up and downs in the global economy. It is all about diversification, and I'm here to tell you, yes, you should invest in real estate. Yes, you should invest in stock market. Oh, bond. And yes, you need to invest and prepare for your financial future. But investment aren't just typical what you think. In fact, there are many alternative investments such as vintage car, fine art, wine, and luxury goods that are not only hold their value but also continue to grow in their value. And guess what? Luxury handbags are one of those categories that continue to outperform other traditional collectible, believe it or not. Well, Chanel handbags are better financial assets with strong demand. Lagerfeld designed Chanel handbags are likely to continue benefiting from its effect in the next few years, in my view, but the brand broader evolution in luxury handbags will be determined by the ability to sustain collectors' excitement going forward. Hermes Birkin bag, in contrast to Chanel bag, have had higher volatility, more comparable to that of global bond or hedge funds among financial assets, but a better risk reward than the latter. So Hermes Birkin bag have actually outperformed the stock market and gold in the past. Believe it or not, as a matter of fact, the CNBC article states that handbags were better investment than other assets classic. And I have a chart here to show you many different category is by Knight Frank City Luxury Investment Index, and you will see a different percentage anywhere from negative 6.9%, that is jewelry, all the way to a plus 13.4% on handbag, and then that's based on 12 months change in the performance of a luxury items. So luxury handbag have low volatility. That is why providing more stability for investment. So that is why it providing more stability for investors. So that is unbelievable. I mean, isn't it shocking if we don't dive in and study more into that? You never thought about some of the luxury handbags will have better return than your stock market, than some of your other collectible. And especially watches and jewelries as well as handbag are clearly standing out as store of value with low volatility. Volatility is the key, and the low drawdown. With the exception of pocket watches, their annual returns are 4.5% to 6.5%. And their information ratio, which puts return in relation to volatility and is though reflective of its high reward. Rolex watches and Chanel handbag with very strong information ratio of 200% or higher. That means that the average annual return of a 10% for Rolex watches, for example, is double the usual fluctuation range of 5%. So Oh my God, it's just unbelievable as you study more into the investment return on the luxury items. And Chanel bags can protect you from inflation and give you extra financial security during recession. And you heard me right. During recession, if you have one or two Chanel handbags in your collection, can protect you from the inflation. And I'm not saying going to the boutique, go buy a brand new Chanel handbag for $7,000, $8,000 and hoping hold its value and turn around to sell it. That's not what I mean. But what I'm talking about is you may check into the resale market like Fashion Files, and I have links in the description box. I always find deals. If I decided to sell one of my vintage handbag that I got from Fashion File a couple years ago, I'm assure you I can make some major profit. The best inflation protection is offered by Chanel handbag, followed by traditional Chinese work of art and wristwatch, in particularly Rolex. And Rolex watches once again appear to be the ideal inflation all watches store of value. So if you have a hang you down Rolex watch in your collection, you're in luck because that really holds the value. And I hope you never have to sell it, but if you do, you can really hold its value. So what is driving this growth and its impact on the resale market? Chanel's pricing strategy is primarily contributing to the exponential growth. So Chanel has multiple price increases in recent years. In fact, since 2020, Chanel prices have gone up more than 35% for their median classic flap. And I also have a graph here that I can show you. It's from luxfront.com, and there will always be people who can afford these bags no matter how much Chanel charges them. So pretty soon a medium flap will likely surpass the Hermes Bergen price. So however, for most of us, this is causing us to look into the resale market to get our hands on the Chanel bag, whether they are pre-loved or vintage. In fact, when you look at Fashion File, Yoki's Closet, or Rebag, you can always find handbag that is 30 to 50% off the retail, depending on the condition and the size. And I'm not talking about go out there finding like the hard bag is going to sell more than the retail. I'm talking about find yourself a deal. Pay attention, be patient, always monitor some of the vintage handbags. You will always find deals because trust me, I found several deals, and every time when I buy from Fashion File, always a good buy. So not only that, the recent surge in popularity in vintage Chanel bags is also driving up the price for bags that are 20 to 30 years old. Case in point, I remember purchasing my vintage Diane bag several years ago, back in 2019 or 2018. I paid literally $1,000, but now I think I can put it for sale at least for $3,000 or dollars more. So that is why invest your money wisely and check on Fashion File, Yoki's Closet, and find yourself some vintage, and you can wear it for a year or two and sell it and making a profit. So with the growing demand and limited supply and access to classic Chanel bags, this will only drive the price in the resale market. Now it's time to get your Chanel bag soon. Could it be possible that the resale market for Chanel may mirror that of Hermes, in which the price exceeds the retail price? We don't know that. But investments are personal and often emotional choice. So let's not judge each other on how you and I choose how we spend our hard-earned money. We just have to keep open mind how you find alternative to invest your hard-earned money. And ladies and gentlemen, let's empower ourselves by building our wealth one step at a time. So thank you so much for watching, and I would love to hear from you. Comment below and let's have this dialogue, and let's not let the recession scare us, but we want to hold our money, so maximum our dollar, and we will get through the difficult time all together. Thank you, and I will see you in my next one. Bye bye.